So what do you make of this geopolitical tension weighing on the markets? Yesterday there was a lot of optimism, at least, about inflation with CPI coming in softer than expected. I'm talking about the U.S. markets right now. Do you think this will continue to weigh on the U.S. markets throughout the day?
Well, given that the U.S. market has staged a very significant rally, basically from bear market to bull market within 2 months, I think there are reasons to expect some pause in that rally or even some reversal. And I think in terms of the oil prices, the rise in that obviously is not good news for inflation in the U.S. And I do think that the working assumption, I think, for many investors is that the tariffs will continue to be paused maybe for another further 90 days, and the baseline tariff will be at 10%. And there is going to be ongoing trade discussions. I think the most important would be the EU. And China, we saw some de-escalation, but ultimately the tariffs are sticking. So I think the working assumption is that we're still going to have tariffs at 10%. But you just never know that there may well be some nasty surprises that could cause downside pressure on the market. Although I think given the previous patterns of how President Trump operates, I guess the taco trade could be back on again at some point.
Okay, so you're seeing the possibility for the taco trade, which is short for Trump always chickens out. The president has pushed back against that quite a bit. Right now, as we're looking at some of the geopolitical tensions, in your mind, do you think this is a good time to invest in defense, aerospace? Just a few days ago, the ITA ETF had hit an all-time high. It pulled back a bit after there were some reports that the administration was going to buy less jets for the military. But with these tensions ramping up, is that a place that you think might be smart to put money?
I think defense is an area which I think a lot of governments are going to pile money on. I think especially in Europe, I think many countries in Europe are committing to more defense spending. I think that's a really secular trend. I think it is an area that is interesting and worth thinking about for the longer term, and also has a very visible path going forward. I think there are also going to be knock-on positive effects for the industrial supply chain for countries like Germany. So I guess it's not just, I think it's an interesting sector play, but also has positive implication for a wider European industrial sector, for example, that would be interesting.